After watching Mr. Obasi interview with Honest Bunch podcast, let me say this again. I have always said this, but let me just reiterate. While you are trying to help another person grow, don't neglect yourself. Oh. I am not so much of a big fan of a man training any woman in school simply because he wants to marry her, or while you are married to her, you say, oh, I'm not a big fan of that. I believe that every parent should be able to send their children to school. It is the responsibility of parents to send children to school, not the responsibility of a husband to come and send a daughter to school for the parents, or the responsibility of wife to come and send husband to school for the parents. No. If the parents are not so financially strong enough to send their kids to school, any other thing they can do, maybe learn a trade or be an apprentice for any handwork, they should do it. I'm not a big fan of that. But I will not come here and tell you, oh, man, men, don't stop training women in school. Or women, stop training men in school. Don't do this. No, I'm not going to tell you that. Because at the end of the day, because Mr. Obasi case turned that bad, because Judy Austin is from an ungrateful lineage, does not mean every other person out there is going to turn out like that. There are some men that have sent their wife to school and their wife came out very grateful and it turned out well. There are some women that have invested in their husband and it also turned out well. So we are not going to rule out that fact. So for that reason, I'm not going to say do not send your wife to school or do not send your husband to school or whatever. But I'm just going to say this. While you are trying to better that person's life, do not leave yourself behind. While you are trying to make them a better person in life, make yourself a better person too. Because believe me, illiteracy contributed a great deal to the reason why the marriage of Mr. Obasi and Judy Austin crashed. Forget the fact that Judy Austin's eye have always been outside and she and her family knew what they were doing from the beginning. They used Mr. Obasi. Like Mr. Obasi said, she's from a wretched family. They needed somebody to push her. They needed somebody to be out there. At least the family wanted to have somebody out there that they can look up to. That was the reason why when Mr. Obasi started having issues with Judy, he went back to the family and the father, Judy's father, supported the daughter. Even while he knew what the daughter did, the step that the daughter took was a wrong step. Because the man was a successful businessman. They saw him and they knew that he had money and they took advantage of the fact that the man is not literate. They took advantage of it. This man is not literate. Oh, let's use his head. They knew the plan. They already mapped out the plan from the very start. Do you get my point? That's why I'm saying while you're trying to better another life, don't leave yourself behind. Maybe Mr. Bassi said that, oh, because he wasn't literate, he wanted Judy to at least be literate. So it will not look like, oh, the two parents in the household now Dundee. Even though Judy Austin said not know anything, because at the end of the day, she ended up not completing the school that Mr. Bassi registered her for because of another woman husband prick. Do you get my point? But he didn't know. You don't live your life based on other people. You don't say, oh, if I'm able to do this for him now, later in life, he will not. That is one place that people miss it. You see some women now, they will do everything to gather money and give to their husband to travel abroad because they are hoping that once their husband get to his destination, he will make it and come back. Oh, it's for the family. Now let me make this sacrifice. My point is, I'm not saying don't make sacrifice for anybody, especially for your partner. But my point is, why you are making that sacrifice, do not leave yourself. Some women will be like, oh, and if my husband makes it now, they will not be doing anything. They will not be trying anything to better their life. Some men will be like, okay, let me send. Mr. Bassett didn't send Judy to school because he wanted Judy to go to school and start working and start taking care of the family financially. No, because he was financially okay. He only wanted the woman to be literate, forgetting that himself needs the education the most. Look at Mr. Abasi yesterday. A lot of things he wanted to say. He wanted to express himself, but he couldn't really do that because he didn't know how to like communicate very well. Believe you me, education has a way of shaping people. When you come across an educated person, I'm not talking about the likes of them, just the way they go through school, but school not go through them. When you come across somebody that actually went to school because they wanted to, you go know them from their composure, from the things they say, from how they do things, how they carry themselves, how they present themselves. You will know that this person is educated. So the only mistake that Mr. Abasi made was to grow Judy and leave himself behind. I am not blaming him. I'm not blaming him. Because at the end of the day, Judy already knew that this man wasn't that educated before she married him. That's why I'm telling you that both Judy and her family planned everything now from the beginning. They just told her, you know what, just manage the man. By the time you use him to get to where you want to get to, ah, imagine Judy telling Mr. Obasi that since she was born, she has never left their village. So she wants to go to Enugu. So to her, Enugu is a big, big city. And I am now beginning to understand what happened between Judy and May Edochie. You guys know that at that time, May Edochie and Yul Edochie, they were living in Enugu. That is the main reason why Judy was forcing Mr. Obasi that they should go and live in Enugu, they should go to Enugu. Imagine you telling a man that has his own house that he should leave his house and move with you to Enugu so that people go and rent, so that you have opportunity to go and be seeing who you want to see constantly. Remember they said that Yul Edochie told his ex-wife Name Edochie to pick their children and leave Enugu and relocate to Lagos because Lagos is safer for them. He stayed back in Enugu while his wife May and the children relocated to Lagos. And while May and the children were in Lagos, Yul Edochie had the opportunity, the full opportunity, to be doing his Duduvaga work with whoever he wanted to do it with. Judy left her husband and moved to Enugu. Who does that? Think about it. How do you leave your husband and your children and move to Enugu? Not that you were schooling in Enugu. Her school was not in Enugu. She had no reason at all to leave her husband and move to Enugu. This is the reason why Judy cannot open her mouth today and tell us what happened. You people know when she came out the other time, that was 2024, saying, do you know what happened in my former marriage? Do you know what led to this one? Blah, 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 blah. Tell her to tell us what happened. She doesn't have anything to say. You want to tell us that this man was hitting you? You want to tell us that he wasn't treating you well in the area of finance? You want to tell us that he's not man enough in the other room? What is your complaint? She didn't have any reason. If she was schooling in Enugu now, any university in Enugu, you'd be understandable that, okay, maybe she wants to be close to school. No, you were not schooling in Enugu. So what was the point of moving to Enugu? Leaving your husband and your children. She had this thing mapped out from the onset. It is not a crime that Mr. Obasi decided to send her to school with her sister. I mean, there are some people out there that you will do what Mr. Obasi did for Judy and her family. You will do it for them and they will be grateful to return that way. So that's why I'm not coming here to tell you, do not train anybody, do not assist anybody. Like I said, I am not a big fan of any man training any woman. I tell my brothers, don't train any girl in school. You can assist. If her parents are ready to train her, maybe they cannot provide small things, dues and all of that, transport, you can assist. If you are dating her, you truly love her, you can assist. You fit give your girl money to take learn work. If she don't learn the work finish, you fit give your girl money to take open shop. That one dey. But don't carry the responsibility of her parents, which is education, on your head. It is not your responsibility. However, if you must do it, also carry yourself along. But I am happy at the end of the day that Mr. Obasi has a beautiful wife and children. I'm happy. He didn't lose that in any way. At the end of the day, it is Judy that lost. Because not only did you go into another woman's marriage and destroy it, when you could have been a princess, a chair lady in your own husband's house, you would have gone to that school, graduate. You will not even need to go and look for a job. Even if you also want to be an actress, you can still open your big business and still be running it and still be acting. You will win on both sides. Have a successful family. But no, her eyes, maybe she thought that, oh, as your Edochie fine for movie like this, na molonia, according to my grandmother, instead of millionaire, my grandmother would say molonia. How far now? Then they leave am for her, they keep am for one side. They go outside, they go flex with another woman. I always say, tell side chick this. If you're a side chick, listen to me. You might be sleeping with that married man and thinking that, yes, he doesn't love his wife. I'm more beautiful than his wife. The man can tell you one thing you need to know about married men. They will tell you anything whatsoever to sleep with you. They can tell you their wife is bad, their wife they smell. They go tell you say their wife no dey take care of their toto well. If their wife dey on the verge of breaking up. But I promise you, once they make you their wife, you are their side chick now. They will treat you well. They will take you out. They will flex you. They will do anything, any knocking style they will give to you. But once you become their wife, they will replace you with another side chick. You see that position that you used to be and you were happy that the wife at home was suffering. Another girl will come and stay in that position. They will occupy that position. And you will not be in place of the wife. And I will not preach to you too much as a side chick. You go and take lesson note from Matipa in Polygamist. Mr. Obasi, well done. You are not a loser. Instead, you are a winner. At least you have your family. I wish you didn't remarry now. Wey dem talk say, oh, you no come fit marry again, you no get children again. Na im the thing for dey pay me. But you are married. You have beautiful children. I'm happy. Don't worry. You no get fault. I'm not saying you are a saint too. Right? I'm not saying you are a saint. You must get one or two things wey be say, one or two places wey be say you yourself still get fault. But at the end of the day, your story have been very consistent. So consider yourself a winner. You are amongst those men that can come out tomorrow and say, I invested in a woman, even though it didn't turn out well. So well done, Mr. Obasi. Judy, Alpha, Alpha,